will take place in any country around the globe as a monologue negotiation. So the negotiation has to be as a dual negotiation, which means that the two parties, they have to be on the table. But we are also not opposing, as a protester here, we are not opposing that negotiation. We want the negotiation, but the negotiation should not be conditionalized. So we have to say our own word, which means that what is the interest of the Sudanese people? As we speak today, there is around 160,000 Sudanese has been killed for the almost since the war has started. 2, we have around 25 million starvation in the next 6 months. 3, we have to also remember that around 9 million of Sudanese, they are internally and externally displaced. As we are gathering here today, we are not opposing. We want everyone to go back. We ourselves, we want to go back to the Sudan, but we don't want to go back to the Sudan where someone is really occupying my own land, my own house, my own property. As we speak today, in 8 major region or state in Sudan, there is no medical clinics which is operational. There is no school. All the infrastructure has been destroyed. So how comes you want me to go back to a place where there is no access to a doctor, there is no access to a school? What am I going to do? 2, in anywhere around the world, we don't want to say anything to the United States because we know the United States and the Swiss as the hosting country, they have actually put out their appreciation and they want to mediate. They want us to come and negotiate with them. We want to say thank you. We actually appreciate it for that. But we want also to remind you that as a mediator, the mediator should not have to oppose anything by force. The mediator has to negotiate with the 2 major parties in the country so that in the interest of the Sudanese people, not in the interest of either side, the interest of Sudanese people. 42 millions of Sudanese today, out of 42 millions, there are only 20 millions who are actually living in the country, but they are under threat. Under any moment they can evacuate, under any moment they can leave their country. So what we have seen today, it's happening in the Middle East, especially in Palestine. We have seen the mediation is going on in Palestine. We have seen all the international community have put every resources that they have to put an end to the crisis in Palestine. But at the same time, there is another crisis on the other side. Our numbers of the death is double the number of the Palestinians. Our number of destruction is double the number of the Palestinians. Why the Sudanese crisis is not in the front page, especially in New York Times, in Washington Post, in all the international media? 2, why the crisis in Sudan it's been hidden? Is it because Sudan is located in Africa? Or is it because Sudan has actually a resources that the people they don't want, the international community has an interest in that resources and they don't want us to talk about it? No, we want to remind you that even though our number is bigger and we are able to bring actually a triple this number, just to tell you that we stand strongly in solidarity with our own people, with our own country, despite we are in exile. Let me say, despite we are in exile, we are in diaspora. We are still suffering. We are not happy because about this war. We are not even able to sleep properly because we are expecting that our mother, our daughters, our sisters can be raped at any moment. Our fathers, our mothers can be killed at any moment. So what we want is the Sudan to be in peace. But the peace should not be conditionalized. As Nelson Mandela said once in his life that any war around the globe has been found, the solution has been found through a negotiation. And the negotiation should be in the prior of the 2 parties. So which means that the Janjaweed militia today, they are not the one who in control of the country. The Janjaweed militia today, they are not the one who holding the power in the country. So why are the United States and Switzerland are only bringing, or the international community, they only brought 1 party to the negotiation? And this is unfair and this is unacceptable. But we just want to remind you that we welcome the negotiation at any moment, at any time, in any place. But it has to be on the interest of any Sudanese people. It has to be on the interest of the women in Sudan. It has to be on the interest of the children in Sudan. It has to be on the interest of the future generation of the Sudan. So we don't want anyone to impose anything by force. We are not really ready to welcome any force. And I really want to say once again, Thank you so much to everyone who has actually took his time out, making this long journey from all the countries that I have mentioned before to come to Switzerland. As from Geneva, we want to say thank you so much, and we want to welcome you again. Here is your home, and feel free to come at any time. And we are here together until Sudan will have its own peace. And we are here together until the last bullet sound will stop in Sudan. Once again, مشتركة فوق، مشتركة فوق، أرد أرد فوق، جيش واحد شعب واحد. Thank you.